two former contestants on Love Island, Sophie Graydon and Mike Thelasitis. There they are, committed suicide after appearing on that show. Maybe you're taking your own action at home. You're just pulling the plug on reality TV and not watching it anymore. You've seen through it, you feel. You're not going to put up with it anymore. Or you say, hang on, the very last people who should be deciding what I watch are MPs who don't seem to know what they're doing most of the time. So let's discuss this. Rosie, firstly, very sad for you, I guess, looking back on Love Island and the fact that two people who've been on it have died.
Yeah, it's completely tragic and unfortunate, and it's just very sad that they felt that way.
Did you know either of them well?
I didn't know either of them at all, unfortunately, but from people who do know them, they seem to be brilliant, brilliant people.
When you were in Love Island, you did seem to be pretty switched on about the whole thing. I must say, you're a lawyer, trained lawyer.
Yes.
So you've seen the world a bit. Did you feel, though, you needed more care?
I feel with every reality TV show, nothing can really prepare you for what you're going into. It's sort of telling somebody the water's freezing, jump into it. They're never going to know how cold that water is until they're in the water. So I just feel like the aftercare could be looked at a bit more, in the sense of, I think for me, it took me about 6 to 12 months to fully adjust to this new lifestyle. I've been catapulted into a world where everyone knows who I am and everyone thinks they can have an opinion on me. So I feel that if I was forced to probably see a psychologist every month, I could benefit on probably speaking about my anxieties and my worries and work through them with her. Because a lot of people who are suffering from anxiety and mental health are the people who don't actually talk about it willingly.
I assume that the safest thing for someone like you to do, you've got a career already, is say, well, that was fun, that's in the past now, I'm going back to being a solicitor.
I mean, yes, but for me, I haven't chosen to do that yet. I've kept my practicing certificate, but I haven't chosen to go back to being a solicitor quite yet. And
what sort of other opportunities then? Does a lot come up after the show?
As soon as you come out of this show, for the first 6 months, you're completely busy.
That must be great.
It is great, and it's a new experience, and you're adapting to it and enjoying it. But as well, I'd say from 6 to 12 months, that's where you're sort of on your own. The new Love Island's coming on soon, and you're adjusting to normal life again, or the new norm, as it would be. And that's where your emotions will really, really test you.
Do you think they're right to cancel Jeremy Kyle?
I don't actually know the ins and outs. Obviously, that was a decision they've made. I think it's probably right to do that at this time, given the circumstances, and they can look and explore how they can maybe make the care better in the future. I mean, there's a long way to go, I feel. I feel this is a bold move and it's been taken seriously.
Should they cancel Love Island?
I think that people are going to continue watching reality TV regardless of incidents linked to the shows in general.
That may not be the point.
No, but in the sense that I don't think they should cancel Love Island. I don't think there's a lot more going on than just the reality TV show. I just think the aftercare and the analysis beforehand needs to be properly thought out and properly considered, because it's down to the person themselves as well and whether they can cope with certain aspects of each show.
But it may be that the majority of people who want to be on Love Island are vulnerable. Again, leaving you out of this, it may be a magnet for people who are damaged.
I mean, again, I don't see all the applications and I can't answer that question. I just know from my experience, I felt that I was strong enough to go in there and have my emotions tested. You know, it's a show where they're trying to test your relationships and test your ability to stay together.
And you had a bit of a breakup on the show, didn't you? I remember.
I went through a terrible time with the person I coupled up with on the show, and the only thing...
Adam Collard.
Yes, and the only thing I would say when it came to him was that I felt that he got favoured following my departure, and when we both finished the show, I felt that he had a lot more exposure, attended a lot more events, etc., and was sort of praised for his behaviour towards me. Not by the public were very much on my side, but when it came to work, he seemed to have a lot more of the work that came along for being this player, and so I was sort of accepting his behaviour towards me.
Yeah, I can see how you always can't control how you're seen or how you're projected